I want you to shave.
This is all you got for my defense?
We're still trying for a plea.
A plea? Ain't gonna be no plea unless I roll on Canetti. If I do that, then you can bury me in these. I ain't got a chance, lady, and you know it.
I want you to look good for the jury, Arthur. Your appearance should suggest bank clerk, not heroin purchaser. And whether you believe it or not, act confident.
The shoes don't even fit.
Item 7. The trial of Arthur Sims and Anthony Canetti begins this a.m. Arresting officers Coffey and Sergeant Bates are on court alert. Item 8. The Cleansing Fire, which is a self-styled coven of your basic fascist Nazi types, plans a march through the North End this a.m., ending up on Browning Street, on account of that's where the birthplace is of this loony who founded them. It's going to be the unveiling of a bust of this Albrighton character, and we can expect a group about 15 or 20. Now, on account of the fact that we don't want Browning Street burned down in a riot, we're going to assign heavy police protection. Billings, Casman, Vicenza, Martin, Kennedy, Ortez, you're on it. Lieutenant Goldblum coordinating. Item 9, responding to information from a disgruntled loser, Detective Belker works an undercover today in the phone room behind Myron's 128th Street Liquors. Item 10, this is a memo from Deputy Commander Swanson to the effect that we got a shot at the first monthly decrease in crime citywide in the last 22 months. Here is congrats. Keep it up. At least till the end of the month. Item 11. Look, during the last 2 days, kids from St. Thaddeus Parish have been collecting cans so that they can go to camp. They've been getting a lot of flack from the bums, the winos over on Duke Street. St. Thaddeus happens to be my parish, and, well, if those patrolling the area just keep your eye out for incidents, I'd appreciate it. Okay, that's it. That's the last item. Let's roll. While you're leaving, just one thing I want to remind you of. Maybe some of you don't know it, but Victims Aid's been running a skeleton crew downtown on voluntary contributions. Mrs. Frilla has asked me to remind you that a collection box has been set up by the main entrance. It's completely up to the individual. Okay, let's go. That's it.
Goldblum. It never fails.
You direct us to this Goldblum?
You got him. You guys with the Cleansing Fire? That's correct.
Mr. Cleansing Fire, Hi, guys.
You got permits that'll cover your intended activities?
Of course.
This doesn't give your exact route. Which way do you intend turning on Mattis?
Right, obviously. Harmon Albrighton's birthplace is on Browning.
It's too crowded during midday traffic. You're going to have to go left to Exposition, then you can cut across to Browning.
We did not come here to march up and down alleys.
Look, it must be obvious you're not going to be welcome in these minority neighborhoods. And since I'm responsible for your safety, I picked the route. Unless you'd care to call it off.
You'd like that, wouldn't you, Goldblum?
What I would like, Mr. Edsel, is to get through today without incident. You march, you make your speech, that's it. Understood?
We have no desire to stir up or incite the street level, if that's what you mean.
We convene at 10:30 at the parade route.
Agreed.
Description of the car is what I need first. All right.
No, sir. Theirs is a higher grade of cotton than ours.
pals out here robbing each other like there ain't no tomorrow.
He just took off. He went up the alley.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Stay back! Let me fix! Ah! Drink. Let me drink! Will you let me drink? Nothing on the streets. I'm dying. Please help me. Get him up. Help me, please. Please help me. Let him do nothing, man. The victims cry.
What the hell is going on around here? Would you come and sit down here, boy?
Sit him in this chair, Retro.
Come sit down here before I knock you down. Sit down here.
Captain, we're up 300% on robberies and burgs and double on assaults.
Drug pen. Somebody must have missed a shipment. Get me Briscoe, would you, Stan? Right, Captain.
How you doing, darling? Bobby Hill in today? Or would you be gracious enough to tell him that his daddy would like to see him?
Edward what? Van Valdez, Weiss.
Officer, your daddy's here.
I have nothing to say to him.
Just go and talk to him, pal. Don't put her in the middle of this, okay?
Officer?
Okay? 1724, that's the...
Would you tell the inspector, please, I'll need overline authorizations on overtime. 4 units, 4 to 12. 4 units, midnights. And if we could get forthwith assistance from the ferry or Farmington. Yeah, right. Thanks.
Captain?
Counselor, I thought you were on trial with Sims and Kennedy.
Break and jury selection. Thank you people are wasting $40,000 of the state's dollars.
Why is that?
Isn't that what a felony trial costs? People versus Arthur Sims, who unfortunately bought his smack one day from a drug kingpin.
Will your client testify against Kennedy?
No, he can't.
And no deals.
You're pretty high and mighty on this one. I've got a client with a one-page sheet who's willing to plead and do a year, and you're acting like he's John Dillon.
He wasn't purchasing for personal consumption. That was resale weight.
Oh, come on, Frank. You don't give a damn what Arthur Sims did. You're just afraid you'll lose Kennedy if you plead the guy he sold to.
That's not a crime.
No, it's just damn unfair.
So I started having these spells, and I got so tired I could hardly move. Now, you know, stubborn as I am, I don't want to go and see no doctor, but your Aunt Feeny insisted. Ain't no easy way to say this, Bobby. Doc said I'm dying.
How long have you known?
A month or so.
Why didn't you call me? I would have come down.
I'm ill and I ain't dead. And besides, the way we left you last time, I didn't think you
I
had
would have come down.
Bobby, I know how hard they're working you. Look, you know, I don't have much room in my place, but I didn't come here to be no bother. I checked in at the Cumberland. But I want you to know, before I left home, I settled with your Aunt Feeny. I paid her every cent of that $400 that I owed her, but the hotel wants $100 advance.
And you want me to loan you the money?
Well, the kind of thing's a little tight now. You know how I hate asking you.
Who's your doctor, Rich?
Now, don't go bothering the man.
What's your doctor's name?
I went to this clinic. There must have been 4 or 5 doctors, all kind of people staring down at me. I didn't have no time to be getting nobody's name.
Is it the Edge Hill Clinic?
Yeah, that's it. But they ain't gonna tell you no more than I done already told you, Bobby. It's my heart. It ain't gonna last long now.
I gotta get to work.
I'll call you later at the Cumberland Police Department. Now, I know how busy you've been. I was just hoping that we could spend a little time. We never did take the time to be together and just to talk.
We're on regular motor patrol. At about 10:45, I saw defendant Kennedi's Cadillac Seville illegally parked at a pump.
Pump?
Hydrant. As we approached the car, I was looking through the window, and I saw money change hands from defendant Sims to old man Kennedy, and then white powder from defendant Kennedy to Sims.
Good. They're still picking the jury.
Yeah, I don't think it should take much longer.
Tony, I'll see you in the courtroom. Excuse me, Captain. Channing O'Dwyer. I represent Tony Kennedy. This is one of his associates, Charles Corso. What is it? We feel a very hard position is being taken against my client. Now, what do we have here, Captain? We have a 62-year-old man, only 2 arrests in the past 30 years. He's wielded a great influence in this community.
As the prime purveyor of hard drugs from 117th Street to 124th.
He's such a prime purveyor. What's he dealing half an ounce to a tinge for? That's a whole other question concerning Mr. Kennedy's possible senility. Now, may I ask you a very private and confidential question, Captain?
You can ask.
Are you having difficulties on your streets?
What do you mean?
I hear the rumor that the streets are all dried up, that there's a heroin panic going on. I thought that you'd be the man to ask.
Are you suggesting Kennedy's cut off the drug supply?
Mr. Kennedy involved with drugs? No way. Tony Kennedy wants federal correction. Is that too much to ask? He'll cop to an e-sale. That's 24 months, and he'd like to do it in Danbury.
I repeat, are you telling me Kennedy's cut off the drug supply?
All I'm saying, Captain, is that he's very influential in his community.
Mr. O'Dwyer, Mr. Corso, I'm taking what you're telling me as blackmail. And that means there's no chance Tony Kennedy gets a deal. None.
Lily of Montreux, 9th and Hialeah. Got it.
Shop tanks,
And
4th.
Blushful Bride, also 9th and Hialeah to win? Yeah, I got it.
Then it goes across the board. Yeah, the 4th race was chocolate. Don't worry, I got it. Honest, I got it all.
How you doing, kid? Huh? You developing the taste for this? Yeah, I think I am.
How about I give you a little pop quiz?
Yeah, that's right.
Suppose we're raided. The cops come in. What do?
I get arrested.
Before that, what do you do with all these slips, huh?
Got it.
You eat them, right?
Yeah, how you
Of course.
Eat these, and you're going to be eating chemically processed paper filled with poison. Now, I'm going to show you something. From now on, you use these. Rice paper from Chinatown. No preservatives. Organically pure. Look, I take care of my people. Now, you get rid of these.
Myron, the Nazis are coming.
What? I thought they weren't gonna. The newspaper said that they wouldn't get a permit.
It just came on the radio. They're marching down Cumberland, and they're going to be demonstrating over on Browning Street.
Yeah, not a chance. Nazis are not going to come parading around here in my neighborhood.
I think I'm going over there on my lunch.
I think we're going to go over to De Palma's grocery and ask him for fruit and vegetables and for whatever he's got there that's rotten.
Called the Edge Hill and every other clinic in Roanoke, and there were no records of Reginald Hill. I even checked with Medicare, there was nothing.
Well, I don't mean to stick my beak into it, partner, but I think you're walking into a major mistake.
Mistake? Wrinkle, the man has lied to me about his own death.
Don't you think you ought to confront him, maybe talk to him about it?
He'll just say he's sorry, man. Act real meek, maybe. get his eyes all watered up to make me feel guilty, and then he'll hit me up for some more money.
Hey, you guys ain't got time to eat that.
What?
You need it on the streets.
The PBA guarantees me a hot meal. We done our part. Read him the count, partner.
7 robberies and assault before noon.
Tip for the iceberg. Price of smack's up 500%. That's if you can even find the stuff. We just pulled a kid out of a dumpster. Shot up Epsom salt.
Bus table 19, please. Please. Specify what kind of bread it is.
How long you think your heart can keep pumping that sludge?
Oh, it just so happens that Margot's special meatloaf is an oasis of culinary pleasure in these otherwise desiccated surroundings.
Don't you care about your body?
No. At the risk of a dreadful macho cliche, I invite you to strike the walls of my lateral abdominals.
That means nothing. It's what's inside that counts. I don't know, maybe I'm a little soft, but my tubes are clean. You know, a man gets to be your age, you better start eating defensively. One day, a chunk of that meatloaf there is going to get stuck in your plumbing. You vapor lock, we're all in our dress uniforms when they fire the salute.
Oh, the hell with it.
All right, what do you got, Sid?
Corso's doing it out of loyalty to old man Canetti. Keep pressure on the DA to plead him. I'm touched, but I ain't buying. Hey, the man knows without smack, you guys can't keep a lid on things.
Oh, come on. The stuff's scarce for 48 hours. 5 or 6 greedy players shoot each other up in Canetti's system.
Less than 48 hours. There's some grief coming, Norman.
From who?
From a discontented party. But first, me and you gotta talk expenses. Would you step into my boudoir?
Sharp.
Norman, I need 300 beans.
Oh, I don't believe you,
No,
Sid.
hey, look, I'm paying dependents out of my own pocket. Come on, at least make it a deuce. I lose, but I can live with it.
Yeah, here, try this.
$50? Oh, boy, you sure I'm worth this? The lady wasn't wrong. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Find out what it means to me, Norman.
Plus, I don't bust your parole for a certain torch job I heard about last week, all right? End of discussion.
What kind of defamation is this torch job?
Come on, Sid. I've been keeping a ledger on you. You torched the jewelry store. And how'd you get these wheels, huh? In fact, give me this, huh? Your pull-out, you're going in.
Oh, no, come on.
Hey, you got something to work off here, sweetheart, or you're back in the joint keeping house for King Kong, right? Come on, let's go pick out an apron for you, all right?
No,
Come on.
look. All right. Look, I was wrong about your generosity spirit. My mistake, okay?
All right, let's hear some.
There's the second lieutenant of Canetti's in the picture.
Who?
Bobby Stellini. I know him from my old soda days. This individual is writing the book, The World as I See It Through My Nose. But he's still pretty connected. I don't know, he's ticked off for Corso or something. He's thinking maybe this is his shot.
The Ace Fat Chuck.
Nothing's happening on the streets. Think about what's piling up somewhere. Norman, the natural order has been disrupted.
Now stay with me. Come on, up here. And don't touch anything, all right? Here we go. We must be around here somewhere. I'm here to see Sergeant Stanley Yablonsky.
Hey, what's going on around here today,
We
girl?
can't process. Not until the bus takes this load to Midtown.
Oh, what are you doing here? What are these, your bodyguards?
Stanley, we gotta take action. It's this guy we contracted to buy up the aluminum cans.
Yeah.
Sleazeballs cheating our kids.
Tell me about the dog,
What's he
Bobby.
doing?
He's claiming 15 cans to the pound.
Imagine that kind of low-life tube-steak doing a thing like that on a project we've all worked so hard on. You, me, the kids.
We weighed him, 12 cans in a pound.
You know how hard it is to find the guy? Yeah. Now he's exploiting the situation.
It's just a question of how many cans in a pound. Can't you make some kind of compromise?
The man's entirely unreasonable. He says our kids are cheating him. Says he can pay him what he wants. Then he ducks in his shack and locks the door.
Tell him about the dog.
Oh, yeah. He sicked this police dog on me.
I don't know what to tell you, Father. It's not exactly some kind of heavy crime's been committed here.
Oh, come on, Stanley. Larceny by fraud, canine assault. I already talked to a cop about it. Said it wasn't worth his time.
Who told you that?
Forget his name. Now, believe me, I wouldn't be down here if you weren't our last resort. Can we count on you?
Okay. I'll send somebody out.
Doherty, Kirby. What's this guy's name? Where can we find him?
Bum's name is Glynn.
2 hours have passed. We've had 18 more robberies. I'm trying to protect a fascist march and demonstration with 6 men, and you people don't have the courtesy to return my calls. Please do. Thank you.
Horses and interrogation.
Well, what's the shot? My attorney's on trial with my colleague while you're pulling this end around.
I want you on notice, Mr. Corso. Your statements to me in court this morning came that close to making a conspiracy case against you.
Yeah? Conspiracy to what? Obey the law?
Obstruct justice. Distribute narcotics.
Captain, you got a case. You bust me, otherwise I don't scare. I know what cop houses look like.
I don't scare either, Mr. Corso.
Then why do I get this feeling that you're squeezing my stones to get me to unplug the tap? Well, you're a cop. You're supposed to be congratulating me. Give me one of those drug prevention awards.
It won't work, Chuck.
What's that?
You can't afford it. Right now, people are planning moves on Kennedi's territory.
Oh, gee. Like that's something new. They ain't got the product.
They'll go after the product. And I'll be cleaning up a drug war.
Hey. Look, now, I agree that we got a common interest in keeping the peace. So lighten up on the old man. Let him do his time in federal with his pals, and let's put things back to normal.
Let him go, Henry.
What is it? What, you ain't getting your picture in the paper enough? Now you're the guy that denies a 62-year-old diabetic the right to do his bit among friends?
Captain.
How's the trial go?
Not typical, it's bogged down. This was a good bust Lucy and I made.
I know that.
This is just one guy's opinion, but when a cop does make a good bust of a heavy guy, I just hope you back us up on it.
They talking about a plea bargain downtown?
Well, there's a lot of rumors, mostly from O'Dwyer.
It's not happening. Not on Tony Kennedy.
Thanks, I'm glad to hear that.
Lieutenant, got a call on a situation at the Martin Luther King Emergency Facility. Armed assailants in the treatment room. Sector B units and units from the Heights are on the scene.
Captain. Listen, I got a snitch says Kennedi's second lieutenant, a guy named Stellini's planning a move.
What kind of move?
He don't know exactly, but I figure on Corso.
Bring him in.
Roger. Lieutenant Hunter, I'm in charge here.
have anyone injured in there?
No, they let us go as soon as they got the drugs.
Did you have any personnel or patients that are remaining in there?
No, just those boys.
Those assailants are juvenile?
Kids. They're desperate. You better try and get to them. They're injecting straight Demerol. They won't be alive much longer.
I think he's dead.
Here, doctor, this guy's dying.
Clear up! Let go of me! Turn loose!
Move out. Come on, move him out.
The vision of Harmon Albrighton lies deep within the breast of millions. And one day, the world will bow down in fealty.
Watch the old man. Maybe your legs up.
Myron,
They want a confrontation. We shouldn't give it to him now. Will you listen to that filth, huh? I know. Just don't do anything yet. Hold on. Don't do anything now. Here, take a potato. Potatoes are too hard, Myron. All right, here. So take a marshmallow then.
Of diminished brain capacity cannot make a single wise decision, nor will an act of heroism ever come from the ranks of 10,000.
I love your hat, man. Here's your proof, you wreck Halpin,
Mick, what are you doing?
Don't blow my cover.
All right, tell us. That's enough. That's enough. Good. You mean me?
Captain, Assistant D.A. Bernstein.
Who's putting pressure? Oh, no one's come through me.
That's what they say.
Look, if no weakness in the case is developed, I say nail a sucker. Hold it. Briscoe's walking in the door. Put it up.
Captain?
Inspector, my office.
Sergeant, they're bringing in your guy.
I want to talk to him. Bobby Stellini, possession of controlled substance, to wit, cocaine.
Who's in charge here? You?
I'm Sergeant Yablonsky.
22 years I buy scrap metal. Never a problem until this maniac priest.
Watch the name calling.
Guy comes in yelling and screaming, terrifies my wife. He's a maniac. I don't care he's a priest.
Father says that you're undervaluing the price of them cans.
Undervaluing? Yeah. Listen, mister, I'm showing you something. Here's how kids pick up can. Always get dirt in them, so they're heavier.
So you're making a big production out of a little dirt?
Why should I pay for dirt?
He says that you sicked your dog on him.
Sure, he was trespassing. I tried explaining my pricing schedule. He's screaming and hollering. Did he tell you he stole $10 out of my cash box?
Father stole money from you?
What do you call it? I got witnesses. And believe me, I am countercharging.
Let me think here a minute.
What's to think about? You busted me, bust him.
Look, I'm not gonna bust him.
Oh, hell of a justice system. You bust an old scrap dealer. You won't bust a priest.
What do we do with it?
Hold on. Let me settle this out here. What's going on, Warren? I've got a drug panic and I can't get a phone call returned.
There's a school of thinking downtown that holds you responsible for that panic, Captain.
Oh? Is that why people have been going behind my back to pressure the DA and Kennedy? What happened to Captain's prerogative?
No one's questioning your prerogative, Captain. Yet. But Frank, are we using good judgment?
How's that?
Look,
Kennedy will settle for a couple of years off max in federal housing. When you balance that against your first down crime monthlies in 2 years, you got the...
What's that got to do?
We're about to blow any possible favorable news story or two on this one damn crime wave. That's what it's got to do with it.
Oh, that's great, Warren. That's just brilliant. You know where that puts the department? In the same cage with the Kennedys of the world. Dope makes the world go round. Dope makes the department look good.
You know, I never figured you to be simple-minded, Furillo, so I'm going to interpret this as a political ploy. Like the white suit. The streets are nuts, but Furillo, he stands tall even against the cynics in his own department. Well, you're not going to get that ploy, Frank, not this time, because you will make that phone call to the DA that tells him to cop that plea. You understand that?
You're making me eat dirt, I won't.
That's an order, Captain.
Find the pusher, or you can take the fall.
Captain, Bunce has got this Kennedy lieutenant in interrogation.
Lieutenant, read my lips. I did not create the situation. You understand? I'm just riding it out, just like you people, all right?
Which leaves you where vis-a-vis old man Kennedy?
Well, where the old man gets busted doing half a liter smack on the street now. Is that the product of logical thinking to you, huh? Does that sound like a man worth $11 million?
A little soft in the noggin, huh, Bobby?
Soft? Soft? The man collects string in a drawer. He's saving pounds of newspaper in his closet. Last week he goes down, he puts in an application at a fast food restaurant for a job, $3.25 an hour. Corso knew he has a heart attack. I gotta send somebody down there, withdraw the application.
Mr. Stellini was allowing, as how the onset of Mr. Kennedy's senility has strained his relations with his boss.
Maybe we can help you. How's that? Give us Kennedy's stash. Has to be socked away someplace. Give it to us. Tie it to Kennedy and Corso. Would that be in line with your ambitions?
Well, then what? Do I mean you have a good relationship, huh?
We're never going to have a good relationship, Bobby. But if you testify with immunity, it would be as if we shut our eyes and count to 10.
You peek. You call my lawyer.
I don't know about your boss, Stellini, but you're fairly stupid yourself. You're a drug dealer making plans to be a bigger drug dealer. I see no reason not to go for you now.
Except for your man here totally rousted me.
Well, now it'd be my word against yours, huh, Roberto?
Call your lawyer. How was the arrest?
They ask, I lie. Who's kidding you?
I don't want him in here. I want him out. I want him followed.
You think he goes after Corso?
I don't know where he goes, but he's high. He'll make some kind of move.
It's Kennedy's stash. I don't think he knows where it's at.
Maybe he'll find out. Send Washington and LaRue.
Assistant GAU for line 2.
Captain says it's Bill of Rights Day.
Grand Theft Auto.
Gambling, possession of gaming instruments, disorderly conduct.
Did you see this message for you?
Trouble, huh?
Go. I'll take it.
Bobby. Hey, Bobby.
Internal Affairs Division. That's on the 2nd floor.
I tried phoning you a couple of times, son, but you must have been busy. I want to explain something to you. I called the clinic, Reggie. They never even saw you. They told you that? Why would they want to tell you a lie like that? Maybe to protect my confidentiality? You're the one that's lying, Reggie. And it's tired, and it's depressing. So just get on out of here now. All right. I told you about that clinic, maybe because you wouldn't believe me. But I know what I feel. I don't want to hear it, Reggie. You see, I wish you wouldn't call me Reggie. You know, son, There's some things that we got to be talking about, and it gets more important now. So why is the first thing you talk about is money? And what I want to talk about is you ain't dying. Okay, maybe I'm all right. Maybe I'll live long enough to bury you. But the point is, Bobby, I really been wanting to see your son. Now you seen me. Bobby, give me a chance. What do you want to say to me? Don't hate me, Bobby. What else? What else? Maybe I shouldn't have come here at all. Maybe you're right. You still at the Cumberland? I don't think it ain't got to be no more worry of yours now, baby. I'll pick you up tonight, take you to the bus.
Get the custodian from downstairs, please. There's still more slabs there to be cleaned up.
Mick? I'm okay. Everything's okay.
What happened?
It's nothing. It's run-of-the-mill lacerations and contusions.
You promised you were going to ride a desk, didn't you?
Oh, I couldn't. And anyway, I never said that.
No, you broke a promise.
No, I promised I'd be careful. I couldn't help it if some idiot clonked me with a
promise is a promise.
No, don't start, okay?
I tell you what, if you're not going to do it, I'm going to do it.
Do what?
I'm going to call your captain.
Your what?
I'm going to call your captain, and I'm going to tell him to get you off the street. That's all.
Mick, if you do, I don't see how things are ever going to work out.
You're pregnant.
And what did the doctor tell you? That I'm supposed to stay calm, and you're not helping. And on the average day, I don't have any more physical activity than anyone else.
You don't want to have this baby, do you?
Don't you ever say that.
Maybe he's going home to Mama for spaghetti then.
Not a chance. All the snort he's been doing, he won't eat for a week.
Ooh.
When you got it, baby, flaunt it.
Unit 4011, we have suspects still in the approaching premises. Possible narcotics location, 700 block North Carlin. Advise units to approach silent.
It's me, Stellini. Don't look to me like Stellini's expected.
That's it. That's probable cause.
Come on down here. Hit the car.
Neil, it's in there. We got it.
Hey, hold it, JD. Hold it. Don't go in there, man. There may be an army in there. Who's there? Police. Throw your weapon through the door. Where did you come from? Where's your shield? All right, here. What are you, crazy? Let that truck out here. Let me get my permit.
Oh, my. Look at this. Huh? This is it, Neil. This is it. I can smell it. It's Genetti's stash. Yeah, it's here. Get Perillo down here.
Stop it. What's up? Don't you listen to your radio? The guy's the owner of these premises owns a security service. That guy's got nothing to do with Kennedy.
But Stellini
broke into the wrong house. He must have got the wrong address.
Oh, man. 6-figure lawsuit time, babe.
Captain, my client, Mr. Koch's house and hearth have been trampled. His freedom's taken by your jackbooters. We demand release, or I'm bringing habeas corpus within the hour.
It's being reviewed right now, Counselor.
It was the Jew's fault. We were patient with his bungling, but now we demand satisfaction.
I hope your parade was satisfactory, Mr. Edson.
He did nothing to restrain the mob. Then riffraff vandalized our van. We hold the Jew accountable, Captain.
If you have a criminal complaint, see Sergeant Jablonski. Excuse me?
Custodians of law and order, Jews, now Italians and Slavics.
All right, hang on.
Norman, I want Koch held. Check his weapons for legal registration.
Man's got paper, Captain.
And review it again. Review it 3 times. If we have any shot at Kennedy's stash, we're going to have to keep this incident quiet. Otherwise, we're dead. It's gone.
Address slipped from Stellini's pockets right where he went. Must have written something down wrong.
Check the street address for all possible variations. North, south, numbers inverted. Check them against Kennedy Associates. How's Stellini?
He should be out of surgery right now. Bates and Coffee are down there. Eds'll come in to thank us for doing our best to protect him?
No.
Yeah, registrations. Now, Frilla's got some equipment. What sort of equipment? Yeah, listen, I gotta run some numbers, huh? So I want to run them again, all right, pal? I'm saying that the man's showing me something, all right?
What's he showing you?
Lieutenant. Inspector Briscoe.
Where's the plea on Kennedy? You want headlines, I'm trying to get them for you. Where's the plea? Bernstein's adjourned till tomorrow. There's nothing to be entered till morning. Now, would you please let me do my job? Your job is to obey orders, Furlow. Honest now. You don't really care what the story's about as long as it's hearts and flowers. I can get it for you, Warren. I have a shot at Kennedy's drugs. Or would you rather I not look so good? Would you rather the headlines came elsewhere?
Don't say that, Frank. Don't make me smaller than I am.
No, you me.
Excuse. Coffee called. Stellini just gave us somebody address checks at 1759, not 759.
Let's get a warrant.
Okay, gentlemen. Now, you both agree you're going to abide by these findings. Give me the basket. Basket weighs half a pound. Now you're going to see. 3. 7. 11. 13, maybe 14. 13? I told you he was underpricing those kids. There's 14 cans in there. You're crazy. Who you calling crazy? You! Shouldn't be allowed nowhere near those kids. Who knows what he's doing to them? What's that? What's that? Hey! That's enough! That's enough! Come on, over here. Get up. You're a disgrace to the clergy.
Get him out of here.
I don't know what's happening anymore. Sit down. What's the matter with me, Stanley?
just about to ask you the same question.
It's the injustice. I'm so out of control. Sometimes I get so angry.
Yeah, well, I don't know about injustice, Father. All I know is you just tried to hit a guy. Where's the justice in that? You know, the point is those kids. We're trying to get them out of a violent life into a more productive life, and you go around street brawling.
You're right, Sammy. You're absolutely right. Sometimes I think I ought to put down the collar and go to Poland or Central America where I can take up arms.
Plenty of soldiers, Father. What there's a shortage of is good parish priests.
Sure, there's a shortage. If you leave off guys like me who really aren't fit to wear the collar.
Oh, hey, what am I hearing here?
I assaulted a man. I ought to be arrested.
Well, I'm not going to bust you.
Supposing he presses charges.
He's not going to press charges. We're going to work it out. Now, Father, why don't you apologize? Reimburse him maybe for the $10 you took. And maybe we can get him back on board.
No Hail Marys or penance?
I'm a cop. I don't give advice of no spiritual nature.
They're going to arrest him, Father? Yeah.
Quiet now. Mr. Glenn, Father has something he wants to say. Go on. Even a spiritual man can be bested by passion. I'm not tearing up this complaint if that's what you're driving at.
Mr. Glenn, if we lock up the Father, all the good he's done for these kids, that'll go down a drain.
You were there. You saw what he did.
Now, all I'm saying is you get your truck and you pick up the cans like before.
And you get 14 cans per pound. 15.
15 if there's a little dirt. 13 if they're total empties. The main thing is that we get these kids to camp. That's priority number one.
And you and me, we don't have no more dealings. That's in the past. You have my word as a man of God.
And you kids, you watch out for the dirt, okay? That way you'll get a better price, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Where's my $10?
Neil, J.D. Coffee, let's go. Sergeant, can you handle that?
Okay, Lieutenant. We're getting a runaround, and we're filing our writ now.
Attorney Richards, let's be realists, okay? A situation has developed here, and we don't want you to blow with your fat mouth and all your writs, okay? Now, if I was you, I'd consider that your man got caught with 80 guns, which I will personally keep on checking out till the year 1992 if we don't see just a little cooperation around here, okay? And no more writs for 3, maybe 4 hours. Huh?
Police! Come on! All right, Green, hold it! Let's go, nobody move. You, Harry, hold it! All right, don't shoot! Don't shoot!
Hey, Harry! Harry, cool, you're gonna jail up the plumbing.
Stop it! That's enough!
This is all pure heroin.
No, it's not. All right, Harry. You have the right to remain silent.
Say hi to Amy.
I will. And Bobby, look better without the mustache.
No more passengers.
I got my ticket and everything.
Yeah, but I'm full. Another bus will be here in about an hour and a half, okay?
Now, don't worry, you don't got to wait.
I guess that's goodbye then.
Yes, sir.
You all right?
Oh, it's just this climate.
Bobby. You take care of yourself. You too, Dad. I don't mind waiting with you. Oh, hush. I'll just sit here and just wait.
You go too
Now, you know what I'm gonna tell you, but since you ain't gonna listen to me, I ain't gonna say it.
Good, don't.
Since you asked, I will. I think it is a disgrace you're leaving an old, sick man all alone in a bus station.
Renko, the man sees me as the easy mark. He doesn't want to spend 2 hours with me any more than I want to spend it with him. And I told you he is not sick.
He don't look so good to me. It looks like he's lost weight to me.
He didn't look good to you?
Even if he lived to be 112 years old, I'd say the same thing. Talk it out with the man.
We talked. There's nothing more to say. You're talking about something that you know absolutely nothing about.
See, you asked my opinion, then you stonewall me because I'm talking about something I know nothing about. Well, I'll tell you one thing I know something about. He is your daddy, and as much as you deny it, you are his son, and in many ways, you take after him.
He had absolutely nothing to do with who I am. Everything I am in spite of him.
Which is precisely my point.
Can't.
You know, there are times that I'm ashamed for you. I'll see you later.
I want to particularly praise the work of Officer Joseph Coffey, who made the original arrest on Mr. Canetti and seized the drugs in a subsequent incident. This seizure constitutes the largest in the state.
What about Arthur?
Well, we didn't plea bargain at night.
What about Arthur Sims? Canetti's finished. You've got him.
A misdemeanor possession if it works out.
He misdemeanor. On account of the impossible time you've given him just because you wanted Canetti.
Your client possessed heroin. That's a crime.
Oh. I didn't know that.
B misdemeanor. I'll check with Erwin.
Oh, my hero. Love. Frank. I borrowed some old gray flannels and brogues so my client would have something nice to wear.
No deal till I got him back.
Don't worry. He hated them.
10 minutes till departure time. Bus 61, New York City, Boston, and Philadelphia.
Excuse me, Buster Roanoke? Gate 12. Did it leave yet? Check the board.
Departing for Springfield. Passengers for Springfield, this is last call for Bus 18. Local Bus 23 is arriving from Springfield. Passengers are disembarking from Bus 23 from Springfield.
Reggie Hill. Reggie Hill on board. Hey, you coming to stand? Buster Roanoke. Roanoke just left. Just missed it.